Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for January 16th. January 16th is the 16th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 349 days remaining to the end of the year, except for leap years when there's 350 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is advertise. Advertise is a verb that means to notify, to communicate something, to make a public announcement, especially one that is broadcast or printed. To draw attention to something in the public, especially by highlighting appealing qualities, in order to inspire desire for purchase or patronage. To promote. Advertise can also mean to issue or sponsor advertising. The word advertise comes to us from Middle English, Anglo-French before that. First known use of the word advertise is in the 1400s. Advertise. And with that, the Medicis were a powerful and influential family for over 500 years, from the 1200s into the 1700s. Mostly involved in banking and politics, the Medici family produced 4 Catholic popes and 2 French queens. The Medicis were patrons of great artists, writers, philosophers, and scientists from that time, such as Brunelleschi, Botticelli, Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael, Machiavelli, and Galileo, to name a few. They also financed some of the architectural wonders of that time, such as St. Peter's Basilica and the Santa Maria del Fiore. That said, on January 16, 1412, the Medici family was appointed official banker of the papacy. On January 16, 1605, the Spanish epic novel Don Quixote by Miguel Cervantes was published. Originally published in 2 parts, the first in 1605 and the second 10 years later in 1615, is considered by some to be the first modern novel. The protagonist, Alonso Quijano, has read so many chivalric romances that he has lost his mind. He goes by the name Don Quixote de la Mancha as he sets about to revive chivalry. Along with his squire, Sancho Panza, he roams around the central region of Spain known as La Mancha, taking on monumental challenges that exist entirely in his own mind. For example, he attacks a group of monks, a flock of sheep, and perhaps most famously, jousts at windmills, as he thinks they're giants. Miguel Cervantes wrote Don Quixote using intentionally archaic language to satirize older tales of knights and their deeds. Don Quixote by Miguel Cervantes. And we're going to reach way back into way back for today's song. It's Wonderland by Night by Bert Kaempfert and his orchestra, number 1 on January 16, 1961. This is an instrumental version of the song and an excellent example of orchestral instrumentals of that time. Recorded in July of 1959, Wonderland by Night was Bert Kaempfert's first hit with his orchestra. The song also crossed over to the R&B chart, I would imagine due to the trumpet. I would classify it in the easy listening category, except that it is a bit loud for easy listening, again due to the trumpet. Popular song, though, and it's been covered by other artists, and enters week 2 of a 3-week run at the number 1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100. Wonderland by Night by Bert Kaempfert and his orchestra. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with the link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include the link to my blog page that is called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, Parler, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. January 2nd. Do that one again. There's a little birdie on my front porch. Don't know if you can see this little rainbow up on the wall behind me. I have a crystal, a faceted crystal hanging in my window, and the sun has moved around so that it's sending rainbows into the room, flinging happiness all over the place. Alrighty, back to work.